Well boys, this is part 2 and this is a redemption day. I have already my first chub on the fly to open this day up. We're back in the same river. I did feel a little bit of unfinished business here, so we are trying to redeem ourselves. I did try to scout this area as well as I can in Google Maps and see more shallow places that turn into deeper spots and some of those islands where I can easily access the shoreline. And yeah, I would say I'm a little bit more prepared. Last time we fly fished with a single dry fly, like a big hopper or something like that. And now, after reading some forums and something like that, I discovered that chub really like nymphs with red beads, like this one, like jig heads. And I'm back to my hopper dropper rig. And yeah, we're just starting out. It's really deep right here. Anyways, let's get to work, I guess. Yeah, we're pretty close to bridge here. It's a good thing to remember and think about. Every place is a little bit different, but in general it is not allowed to fish under the bridge or from the bridge above. At least where I'm from. I'm sure there are some places where you can do that. So if I'm seeing some deep places like here, then my nymph is doing fine. But as soon as I get it to a more shallow place, all bunch of reeds, and yeah, I can't fish like that. Nymph is like, as soon as I drop it in, it's hooking into some kind of reed. So maybe I'm gonna change it to a wet fly, not a nymph. So it's like not sinking so much, but it's still something that goes under the water. With a dry fly only, it's really easy. You can drop it into straight reeds and it will just flow over. But something on the bottom attached, it gets a little bit more tricky. Here, it's actually shallow here. That's weird. I'm having some kind of salad attached to my fly, so I'm gonna reel in and reel in a little bit, and I feel like everything is going good. I have found a little bit of more reasonable setup that is not dragging the whole shenanigan down, not going in too much reeds. And we did get a massive bite just recently, but we didn't land it. And now the fish has gone offline because it got hooked a little bit. Well, couldn't make it happen there. Need to find another spot. We have to quit this urban fishing. He's now in the... Yes. I tangled up in the reeds and got off it. It was a small fish, a little bit bigger. Look. A lot of those small ones right here. It's a nice one, a little bit bigger. That's not a chub, but a little bit bigger fish. There's going like a reed line going like this all across the river, and that part in front of the bridge is a little bit deeper, and I'm trying to aim for the like exits in between those overgrown parts. Went for me. Chub is like they're taking it, and if they're feeling some kind of a pressure or resistance, they're just darting to the closest reeds. Again, who can count how many times I will say reeds in this video? I will send you a fly, a single fly. But no, it will mean that I will have to count myself as well to know which one is right. The wind is now blowing right in my face, so casting is a little bit limited. Those are just some breezes. I have to wait for a couple minutes, or I can just leave my fly in the water and allow it to in general. I feel like I have found some kind of a key to success a little bit. I mean, the fish we're catching are small, of course, but the big fly on the top, the dry fly, the floating one, is like for bigger fish and acts like an attractor fly. And that smaller wet fly is good for any fish, big and small. So that's why we're catching a lot more fish than previous time, because I'm working with two flies. Well, I need to mess around with those smaller fish all the time, but still I think that's better than nothing all day. A lot better. Nice open area where multiple like open trails of water collide. You just have to cast and wait. And of course I'm not that patient, and if I'm not seeing a bite soon, I'm wanting to recast. But usually with chub it's like fly drops in, maybe 2 seconds, and he's onto it. If not, then either they just didn't take it, or there are no fish to be caught there. Right as I drop the fly in, only small ones. Only small ones. There's something took it. There's a big willow tree above the water, and they really like to sit under some kind of a natural structure, because all the beetles, dragonflies, and all those good things are with wind and rain falling down. See what this big rock holds. Probably nothing, but in the trout fishing game, you have to try these spots as well. Yep. He was hungry. Oh, a little bit bigger one. Yep, sure. They're just getting into those reeds, and it's like, I can tell you what is happening all the time. The fish is like hooked behind the hook, well, logically, and when he falls into those reeds, it like pressures it so that he just slips off. I don't know. But yeah, and we are fishing like with barbless hooks, because those are like trout flies, and it sure thing helps. As soon as there's some kind of a pressure from the other side on the hook, it just gets off. This was a luckier example, and luckier example, and the fly fell in. Look. That's it. The fly fell in just behind that rock. So my theory about chub not being so different of trout is correct. Again, another one. Just slapping with its tail like third time. What don't you like, buddy? Just eat it. Eat it already. Now? No? Yes. Yes! Whoa, whoa, whoa. A nice fish. Oh. A really nice fish. I need to... No! Oh! I started to approach him so I can like reel in without him getting into those reeds, and I didn't make it in time. He ran under and I pulled to the top, and that's it. Smaller one, but still set the hook like it was some kind of bass or something. Let's turn around. You know what? Just go. So frustrating. We have just hiked like 100 or 200 meters through thickest of the thick brushes and grass, and I have approached a pretty interesting section of the river. I haven't seen it before. It's like braided section of the river with a lot of those little islands in between, and there are some rapids all around us. So I don't know how good it is for chub, but it's hikeable. It's not too deep. I can see that as already, and yeah, let's try to get something. I was wondering if this place isn't too shallow for fishing for chub. It's really shallow and the rapids are all the way. But this tiny guy, made it clear that it's not so bad. I just need to seek for some deeper places in this part of the river. An interesting place. Almost, we're talking that it looks like almost typical trout stream, but like 5 times as big. And it would be a typical trout stream if there wouldn't be so much like biological pollution in the water that causes those reeds and the vegetation to grow. Oh, going crazy. Finally, nice one. Decent sized. This one you can already call a chub, right? And as a classic fisherman, it's like, okay, 2 seconds later, let's see if there's another one. But what am I gonna do? Oh, something is going on there. Still Oh, another nice one. I was not looking. I was looking where to step and my fly was in the water. I love this place. A week ago, I hated this place. No. Oh, something jumped for it. Oh, yes! On the top fly. Crazy hungry. Whoop! As soon as I dropped my fly really close to the shore, something is going after it. They're like waiting with their mouths open. Oh, a good one. Whoa! I think the biggest one, maybe. Oh, nice one, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whew. This day is getting just amazing. This is just amazing. Again, this one's smaller. I think I can manage without the net. Nice one. It's a battle. The fly fell in and I was seeing like a little back just like hanging out of the water itself. Still not a massive one, but that nice sporty size. I'm gonna let you go in a second, buddy, don't worry. Just look how thick he is. Come on. You can go now. Just inhaled it. Another nice one. Wow! Don't go into reeds, buddy. He was like approaching that fly slowly and then like sucking it in. Oh, so cool. Set the fly right here. Oh, this is so cool. It's the same size. The same fish maybe as well, yeah. No, this one is, I would say, a little bit smaller, I think. Come on. Why do you want to go backwards? Go there. Yeah. Casting around the corner almost. And now I can see that only some smaller fish are like nibbling on the fly. Messing around with it. Probably those two ones. Those two bigger ones were the only ones here that are able to take it. Revenge is revenged. And it gets closer to some kind of a lunch break, I guess. I'm feeling that one as well. It's 3:30 already. The day was so action-packed, I didn't even feel like eating or stopping or whatever. Yeah, I guess lunch break. We have just finished our little lunch break. You already saw that. I may have something stuck in my teeth, but it's fine. And I'm just approaching the previous spot where we finished fishing, like this area. And we're just wanting to do a couple of casts before we go a little bit further on. Some kind of, there was a take already, something jumped out, but yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much time in this place because wow, there was something huge. He decided in the last minute not to take the fly. I only saw the side of the fish and the wave which came out. That was something massive. Well, maybe not as big, but still a decent sized fish. Again, something hold it up. Yeah. Well, this just says that this place is still active and still good. Even if we got how many? I think 2 chub out of this one little hole. This place right here would be nice as well, but just a little bit too much vegetation. Can't even fling my fly in. I could try there. There's a little pocket. Pocket fishing again. There's a huge boulder. Ugh. This place is tricky. on our target fish. There was a little feller waiting for the fly. Smaller than those previous ones, but still a nice one. Positioning with like my retrieving hand was weird. Another one. That's so fun. That's so much fun. And I'm in the reeds. Yeah. Okay. But still, I got to feel the fish a little bit. It's so much fun because I'm standing on top of the water and I'm dropping the fly in, and I just can see a fish like appearing from nowhere and taking the fly. It's one of the most fun types of fishing I have ever experienced. You can of course experience that when fishing for trout with dry flies, but we all know how trout fishing me is this year. So well, this day has been just amazing. We're catching amazing fish, and this is why we came here for. Yeah. Oh. Again, this one's smaller. Nice one. Let's take the fly out. Come on, buddy. The fly is getting absolutely demolished. I was thinking about changing, but I was like flicking it and I was like, you know, all the fletchings that are coming out, yeah, they could be interpreted as wings of a fly. And I just left it on. It still works. They're not so much taking the top fly. They're almost, when the sun is not shining, starting to be a little bit more careful and eating only the bottom fly, which is weird. I always thought that in the shade they will be even more crazy and take from the top. Nice. So, you just saw a nice sized chub. Still the sporty size, not too big. What can I say? I can say only that revenge has been settled and I have had a wonderful time. We're going now in the 7th hour on the river. I don't know where the time went. It certainly doesn't feel like 7th hour. Feels like maybe 3 maximum. I found some nice spots and yeah, I'm really happy about today. I hope you enjoyed and see you on the next one.